There were some 120 species of trees and shrubs around tropical Asia and Africa, producing berries that kind of look like cherries called coffee beans. Somehow, the seeds of a select few were turned into the most popular hot beverage worldwide. How did that happen? It likely happened around the Horn of Africa, maybe Ethiopia, Yemen, or Sudan, during the Middle Ages. Legend has it that the shepherd boy Kaldi from Kaffa observed his goats getting a buzz from unknown beans. Kaldi tried it, then showed it to local leaders who discovered that munching the beans kept them alert during prayers. Or an Arab outcast from Mocha avoided starvation by drinking the broth of boiled beans. Hot coffee, based on brewed ground roasted beans, was used in Sufi shrines by the mid 15th century in Yemen, which is on the southwest edge of the Arabian Peninsula. Muslims controlled much of Eurasia and Africa. The caffeine made this an emotional, if not religious, experience to be monopolized by Muslims. Arabs were great traders, beginning with Muhammad. Coffee quickly spread to Istanbul, Cairo, and Damascus. The Ethiopian bean was coffee arabica. The Arab leaders wanted to keep the production monopoly in Arabia. Prohibiting smuggling the beans proved problematic with Muslims expected to complete a Hajj to Mecca. Coffee production made it to India when Baba Budan smuggled the beans in his beard, according to legend, from Mocha back to India by 1670 after his Hajj to Mecca. Arabic coffee was traditionally served unsweetened and black. With alcohol banned, the coffee culture developed into coffee houses, particularly in the major cities. Turkish coffee was made from finely ground beans brewed by boiling in copper pots, thick and strong, usually served with sugar. Muslim coffee houses started soon after discovery, beginning in Arabia. The first coffee houses were thought to have originated in Mecca in the 15th century, presumably to discuss religious matters. Of course, Suleiman the Magnificent was given credit for the first coffee houses in Istanbul. They became community hubs for all levels of society, something of a neutral ground for discussion, or places to plot riots, wars, crime, but with likely government spies. Good question. It could have been Venetian traders with connections to Mediterranean ports like Alexandria, or when Turks invaded European countries like Hungary in 1526 or Austria in 1529, or when Turkish diplomats brought coffee to European courts. The first known European coffee house opened in Venice in 1645. Coffee and coffee houses made it to Amsterdam and England during the 17th century. Yes, and yes. Given that Muslims had a coffee monopoly, church leaders condemned it as an infidel drink or the bitter invasion of Satan. Church leaders asked the Pope, Clement VIII, to condemn coffee in 1600. The Pope insisted on tasting the coffee and discovered he liked it, stating, "Why, this Satan's drink is so delicious that it would be a pity to let the infidels have exclusive use to it." So Clement blessed it, concluding it was better for people than alcohol. Coffee, proved to be an important part of the Columbian Exchange and Industrial Revolution. It's on to coffee houses next time on Food History and Mystery.